Rainier Avenue Radio.
You probably have questions about COVID vaccines. Here are some answers about how they're being made.
How are COVID vaccines being produced faster?
Usually, vaccine testing and production are separate steps. But because of the pandemic, vaccines are being developed on parallel tracks. So both steps are happening just at the same time.
How are the vaccines being tested?
Right now, several different COVID vaccines are in testing. Each go through multiple clinical trials with up to thousands of volunteers.
How do vaccines get approved?
Not all COVID vaccine versions will make it to the final stages of testing and approval. Produced vaccines that do not pass clinical trials will be destroyed. But for those that do pass, a team of medical experts will examine test results and possible side effects. If the vaccine is effective and safe, it gets approved and gets to you. Go to covidvaccinewa.org to learn more. A message from the state of Washington.
Sergio LaCour's Love Lines is on RainierAvenueRadio.world. Thursday nights at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Music and dedications for the grown and sexy.
Hello, listener. What's important to you about what's going on in your community? Are you interested? Are you concerned? In any case, I invite you to tune into my show, Seattle Here and Now, on RainierAvenueRadio.org. Why? I will be covering a wide range of topics important to you and impacting the community. Each show will have a special guest or guests to share with you information on a variety of subjects that are happening here and now in Seattle. I promise I will work hard to make my show informative, interesting, and entertaining. Be sure to listen to Seattle Here and Now on RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Atlantic Street Center has been serving the children, youth, and families of the Seattle-King County area since 1910. We partner with families and communities to raise healthy, successful children and youth through services including counseling, early learning, youth development, domestic violence, and education support for school-aged children. Committed to serving the African-American community, Atlantic Street Center provides services and support for all marginalized people. Learn more at AtlanticStreetCenter.org.
This is Paul Pearson, host of Star Time. And when I'm not using my GPS to navigate the land of 1,000 dances, I'm listening to RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Welcome to the Clean Greens Living Live Show, broadcasting on Rainier Avenue Radio. It's your host, Queen Bree, and Robyn T. What's up, Robyn? What's going on?
Hi, Queen Bree. Getting excited. That music is our original, produced by Cut Fresh. Very Williams. We are coming to you.
You're breaking in and out, Robyn.
Tribal land. Oh,
there we go. That was fine.
Or go to realrentalamish.org. We are really and I'll kick it back over.
Okay. Announcements today. So, Clean Greens Farm and Market Block Party grand opening will be broadcasted this week by our very own Rainier Avenue Radio. Wow! I feel honored.
That's exciting. We're the announcement this week. So
right, we are the announcement. Exciting. So we will be broadcasting off of Rainier Avenue Radio from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., where fresh produce is being given out to low-income families in need of free food. So please come down this Saturday, June 26th, to our grand opening for market. Woo! We will be located in the parking lot of 116 21st Avenue Radio. You can see the flyer that I love how they do their flyers. The flyer that is up on the screen.
That is so exciting because we're going to talk so much about that today on the show too. But I love that it's going to be on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Yes, exciting. There'll be live music. There will be vendors. There will be a raffle. There will be 3 raffles, 2 for these clean green shirts that you see here. Oh, I just love these clean green shirts. Can you see them? So there'll be a raffle for a free shirt for 2. And then, drum roll, please. Brrr. Oh, look at the back. By buying this shirt, I fed a family. Clean Greens is out here doing it, and we want to include you in the community. So when you buy our Clean Greens gear, you are helping the mission of continuously feeding the family and keeping the production going. But the other raffle will be a Tyler Lockett. That's our guest. Probably doesn't have information for the show. The other guest, can you tell them while I do with this?
Yes. So the other raffle is a signed Hawks jersey from Tyler Lockett. So exciting! You're gonna want
get ready to email you right now.
Raffle ticket for that. I feel like there's another surprise. What's the other raffle surprise?
Oh no, there wasn't no surprise. The other raffle was our gear being raffled off, which is just as beautiful surprise as a Tyler Lockett jersey, may I add.
Okay, so there's 2 shirts in the jersey.
So there'll be vendors, there'll be games, there'll be live music, raffles. So just come and let's have fun. Let's feed our community.
Yeah, and the vendors. I am so excited about the vendors. So we're going to get into some of the vendors here. I know our guest is maybe still logging in. But yeah, there's going to be some amazing food. Don't let me get ahead of us, Breon, if I'm jumping ahead, but I'm just.
No, you're fine. We could save the vendors because you know what? It is Pride Month, and maybe we can get on and talk about Pride until our guest comes, which is exciting. I'm excited. And at this point, he's not a guest. He's our special co-host because he comes in once a month and he hosts with us and he talks with us. And so Dr. Jeffrey will be on shortly as soon as he finds that link. This week we're a little off because we've been planning this this grand opening. So we're a little off. He needed the link. I sent it, but it is Pride Month. So I don't want to get away from the last week of Pride. I'm so excited that we were able to talk about Pride, talk with Deontay, highlight Marsha P. Johnson. Today, I want to highlight 2 things about Pride. One, we wanted to talk about Sylvia Rivera, who worked closely with Marsha P. Johnson. She was born July 2nd, 1951 and died February 19, 2002. She was American gay liberation and transgender rights activist who was also a noted community worker in New York. She identified as drag queen and participated in demonstrations for gay liberation with her close friend Marsha P. Johnson, who co-founded the Street Transvite Action Revolutionaries, as known as STAR, a group of dedicated helping homelessness, young drag queens, gay youth, and trans women find housing. We have something like that in the state of Washington that I wanted to highlight. We have Washington Trans Task Force, which was created to center the needs of Black transgender youth. They are committed to protecting trans and non-binary people. 42% of transgender people are homeless, and 40% of the LGBTQ plus youth population are homeless. Ways to support them is by sharing their social media. So please go follow WABTTF, Washington Task Force. Follow them, share their important information. You can buy items on their registry at Target that helps future residents. Okay, yes, Dr. Jeffrey's here. This organization is very dedicated to making sure that there is support for trans and LGBT communities. So please go support them. Sylvia, one thing that when I was watching that documentary of Marsha P. Johnson is that Sylvia was one of the main forces out there but for a while wasn't even accepted. They didn't even want to hear from her. She was out there fighting for the rights of the LGBTQ community, but they didn't even want to hear from her because there's trans. So there's discrimination in every aspect of life, and we are all working along with their community to end it. And so I'm excited to have Dr. Jeffrey on to continue to talk of Pride Month, and accepting and talking and getting comfortable with everyone. He's a revolutionary minister. Not a lot of ministers talk about this, so we are excited to have him to talk about that and our grand opening. So let's welcome Dr. Jeffrey, our Clean Greens executive and our special host each month or every other month when his schedule permits.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. You like how we be pumping you up? You're the best person in the world.
Well, I appreciate that. I need pumping up every now and then, but thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Robyn, did you want to do the honors of naming off the vendors for the grand opening?
Oh, sure. That would be amazing. So we have Taswira LLC with some amazing African-American apparel, accessory, and naturals. We have God Body Soaps, and they make natural soap and skincare products. I'm definitely going to pick up some of that. One of my favorites, Honey Bun Bakery, Black woman owned. Actually, all of these businesses are Black owned businesses, and all vegan bakery. She's going to have homemade Pop-Tarts, y'all. It's going to be good.
Wow.
LaShonda Fowler Young is bringing in cosmetics. She's a rep for Mary Kay. That's going to be amazing. Look, boiled peanuts, South to West boiled peanuts. I'm gonna let. I gave D Money so many pictures to show of our vendors, so we're gonna do a little slideshow.
Look, those cupcakes look good. I want to try some vegan cupcakes.
Yeah, they do look good.
So that was Shelton Style, the owner of South to West Boiled Peanuts. They're also going to have some sweet potato pie.
Wow.
Then we have Boss of Sea Moss. They have organic sea moss lemonade. They have sea moss gels. They are on a mission to spread good minerals and bring health and inspiration to your daily regime. I am really excited about Afella Jollof Catering. Two owners, Adama and Umi, and I didn't practice their name pronunciation, so forgive me when I meet them in person. They have Gambian and Senegalese food from West Africa, and I can't wait to try that. They're going to rice and grilled chicken yassa. That is such an honor that they get to be here. Okay, I of course there's the owners. I, of course, do love the clothing vendors, too. So we have JDX Designs. So some handmade tie-dye and African pieces. Look how cool that stuff is.
That is.
Yeah. And then also exclusive clothing with a lot of different sets. And exclusive has men's and women's. Look at those sets. Those are so cool. Summer stuff probably will be... most going on this weekend, but they got the jackets and hats. And then for all of your scented candle needs, there's Common Sense. Common Sense is coming with the candles. And we have one of our previous guests. I just got a couple more to share with you. One of our previous guests, Curtis Riggins, is going to be representing his nonprofit FIG mentoring, filling in generational gaps. So come sign up to be a mentor or get a mentor there. And Cheryl Peterson will be representing for the local chapter of Blacks in Government. It is around to organize around the issues of mutual concern and collective strength to confront workplace and community issue with goals to promote equity in all aspects of American life. Excellence in public service and opportunity for all Americans. And then I'm really excited for this. Ray Peterson, owner of Elner's Apothecary, is going to be there with all the herbalist tincture healing products for us. And then we have an ally business, non-Black owned business, Morning Glory Chai, is there to give out free chai and just help support. So I can't wait. all of those businesses are up on our Instagram. Please come out and get stuff and support them and have fun. And then we got the music. So thanks for giving me that time. I'm sure the vendors are gonna have a good time. You'll get to meet all the owners.
Wow, this is exciting.
No, it's exciting. It's exciting. And Rainier Avenue Radio World is going to be there, broadcasting live. And so hopefully we can, stir up something and get some people out to support Black businesses and get some free vegetables.
Yes.
Free vegetables. We're getting the vegetables away free. I'm just happy to be here for Pride Month and support my brothers and sisters and all of the people who are up against it sometimes, especially in these changing political climates. But our organization and myself especially has always been supporting of LBGQ plus people. We've always been there. I'm not taking too much credit for myself, but I've always tried to express love and Christian love for people, all people, and especially for oppressed people. And right now we have this kind of subtle oppression, quiet oppression going on, and from the right. And I think it's something we have to stand against. We have to just stand up because we're all human beings. We're all children of God, and none of us should have to worry about being self-expressing. I mean, that is not something that should be the least of our worries. And life is hard enough without being complicated with people judging you because of your difference, and you are different from them. And I think that's not something that we should be complacent about or quiet about. We should be on the front lines of people saying this is wrong, and all human beings are created equal inside of God. So yeah.
And their focus, I forgot to mention that the focus of Pride this year is their physical, emotional, and spiritual safety.
Yeah.
I seen we mentioned watching polls before, and the actor Billy Porter on his Instagram yesterday was just like, he has nothing left to give to say but be the change, because we're still at a moment where we're still fighting for rights. I mean, transgender of color are constantly being beat and killed till this day.
Yeah, especially transgender. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. That is a serious problem. And it's not a problem not being taken seriously by religious leaders or by political leaders. It's a problem that is that must be addressed and must be articulated by people who may not be a part of that community. I mean, we have to be allies. We always want people to be our allies. We have to also be allies to people who are being oppressed. There are a lot of people who are just totally, completely insensitive and unable to be accepting of people who are different. I mean, it's just amazing at how long people have to struggle. You know, John Denver, it was not John Denver, but who wrote that song? I know his name, but I can't think of it.
Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? That was Bob Dylan's song. Great song. Yeah. Great save. Great save. Yeah, but it was a great Bob Dylan song, and I think that song is still applicable for a lot of people today. A lot of people, and so especially during Pride Month, we want to lift up our brothers and sisters in the Pride community, and not just tacitly support them, but vocally and spiritually in whatever way we can support them. Because as Porter said, it's hard trying to teach people that, you're not special. You're not, just because you're the way you are, that's not that special. that we're all special. It's hard telling people that looking them in the face and seeing them look at you with disapproving eyes and having to tell them, I mean, what's wrong with you?
Right.
I mean, don't you have enough problems in your own life? Don't you have enough problems and situations in your own life that you have to deal with without coming over here judging what I am and who I am? Can I be real? Can I be who I am without having your stuff being poured into my life? I understand what he's saying as a Black man in America. I mean, I understand those looks. I understand,
Right.
being in a room with people who don't approve of you, but they pretend to approve of you. And, as people who are confronting those kind of situations, we are alert to that in the room. We're alert to those feelings in the room. People don't have to say anything. We just have to be in the room with them, and we know, this is not a good space, for a safe space. And it's just hard to continue to do that. It's just hard. And but we have to continue to fight. And the LBGQ plus community, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think
LGBTQ plus.
TQ plus, yeah, trans. I thought that trans. TQ.
Yeah.
LBGTQ, trans. Yeah, I love how the trans part. Community plus. I understand, and I mean, I don't understand their struggle. I understand my struggle as a Black man. I understand how you can get worn down. How you can get just worn down. By constantly trying to explain to people, that who you are, and it's just hard. And I can understand getting tired. That's why we have to be allies. And that's why we have to. Nobody should fight alone in this world.
No, because we're at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Just real quick, if you're just joining, you are watching Clean Greens Live, broadcasted off of Rainier Avenue Radio. It's your host, Queen Bree and Robyn T, and our special co-host, our Clean Greens executive, Dr. Robert L. Jeffrey. We are talking grand opening in Pride Month. One thing I wanted to say on what you were saying is that we oftentimes get caught up in trying to understand why they're the way that they are. And I learned from myself, it's not our job to understand. It's our job to love and accept.
Well, I think that none of us, we don't do that. We shouldn't treat anybody any other way than we treat ourselves.
Yep.
I mean, we shouldn't make people have to defend themselves to be in our presence. That's crazy.
Right.
That's not, I mean, we're not hiring them for a job. I mean, if somebody comes in the room, you're not hiring them for, you're just meeting a person. They shouldn't have to defend or answer your insecurity, answer to your insecurity about their difference. I mean, that whole notion that people have to answer to somebody's indifference or somebody's lack of understanding or ignorance is a notion that will drive you crazy and drives most minority people crazy. It's just ridiculous. I mean, and they don't feel that they have to explain who they are. They don't have to, they feel like they should be accepted on the face value of who they are, but other people have to explain or have to give some that's ridiculous. And it's all, the point is that we want to live in a world where all of that's unnecessary, where that drama that people bring into the room that raises the stress level of a room is just not necessary. It's gone. I don't know when we'll get there. But, we're burning a whole lot of good people out trying to get there. We're burning a whole lot of people who are very courageous strugglers trying to get there. And I just hope we can stop that. And we have enough problems beyond that. I mean, the global crisis, the fossil fuel is destroying everything. I mean, we got enough to deal with besides that we can't even sit in a room together without asking for an explanation from somebody of why they are who they are. That is crazy. That is crazy. And I think we have to get beyond that.
And I just want to close this segment out by saying people always want to know why they're so secretive. People of transgender community are still being beat and killed just for being who they are. So they don't want to make an announcement. And that is, like he said, none of our business. It's about being acceptance. So I really hope that you all check out Washington's Transgender. No one wants to be one, explain the representation of all the rest. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was Janet. Please check out Washington's Trans Task Force, which was created to center the needs of the Black transgender community who are still largely being attacked.
Yeah.
They are creating housing. They're working to create housing for the youth. Just to repeat, 42% of transgender people are homeless. 40% of LGBTQ families, young youth, are homeless. And this community is creating spaces for these people to find housing and to find support. So please find them on social media, donate, share their information, and get the word out. So the grand opening, we got a last.
Please open your minds, everybody. Open your minds.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy that it's like these are actual
open your
human
mind.
beings.
Yeah.
Like doesn't even look into their.
I just the arrogance and pretentiousness of a person whose mind is closed like that is astounding to me. Always, it has been. But anyway.
What were you saying, Robyn?
I was saying, to what you said about it's exhausting because they have to explain all the time. We can be really good supporters and allies by going out and learning on our own. We can Google how to support a trans person and then start learning without making them explain over and over and over. And there are people out there explaining. So sometimes it's just about finding people online or on Instagram or TikTok, and they will explain to you how best to support without you having to exhaust them over and over. So I really appreciate this discussion for that, so people can start taking.
You have to be informed of how you can support, but one of the best ways is just accept people. If we get to the point where we can accept people, then automatically we will support them in the same way we supported everybody else we accept. Right. If they have a need, we'll try to help them meet that need or help them do that thing. So,
two of the ways that you guys can support that I can think of off the top of my head is to follow Washington Trans Force.
Okay.
On social media. I binge watched Pose. I know it's a TV show, but it really goes into depth of what the community deals with as far as not being accepted, being thrown out, being homeless, trying to be confident in who you are, in acceptance and building a family. It even covers a part about faith and who you are and how Christians sometimes, a lot of Christians judge that community, all the while we're doing our thing and dirt in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. And the church is not a perfect place. It's a very imperfect place, and people act like they know what it is, but they act like it's something that it's not. I mean, and then that's why they sort of stand in judgment of everybody else. But I've been in the church. I've been a minister for almost all my life, and I pretty much understand that we're all just human beings struggling, trying to make it, and all of this pretentiousness and arrogance is not from God. It's from people. It's from people who are basically insecure about themselves, and they take it out on other people who may be different from them. So,
Okay, guys. Well, we got 30 seconds. We enjoy talking to you, Dr. Jeffrey, always. Don't forget to check out our grand opening this Saturday, June 26th 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And follow Washington Transforce. Let's keep our community, our LGBTQ community safe, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Let them know that we support them and that we're here for them. Please.
Absolutely.
Anything else you guys got? Like maybe 10 seconds.
Oh, learn their pronouns too. Learn their pronouns.
Yeah.
And come see us on Saturday.
All right. Come see us Saturday. Thanks for joining us.